What's up, my grande butterflies, my GBs? I'm calling all GBs to the front. Hey, I got something for you. We are at the Grand Talk Podcast with episode 11. Behind the scenes is what it's called. And who are we calling? Well, today we got a very special guest, my girl, NaTacha.
Hey
Yes,
y'all.
Tasha. How are
Hey,
you feeling
I'm
today?
doing great.
I love that. You look great.
Thank you,
I
girl.
seen you. I was like, yes.
I'm
You
trying.
better step out. Yes, ma'am. So, how is everything going?
It's going. Everything is going.
I feel like I haven't seen you in months.
A lot been happening
A
in
lot has been
months.
happening
Yes, a
in
lot
months.
been
We
happening
gon'
in
we
months.
gon' hone in on that. But first, I just want you to kind of like give our viewers today who is NaTacha? Like, where did all everything started from? Like from childhood.
Oh, from childhood. I was born in Haiti.
Okay.
I came here when I was 9. Um, I lived in Miami. I stayed with my aunt for a while, and I became in my own when I was 16. So
Okay.
yeah,
So Haitian born.
Haitian born.
Whoo! How was that a transition from being born in Haiti to coming over to America?
Um, it was a culture shock because around my time, that's when the Americans used to bully Haitians. So yeah.
Child. Okay.
But it did what it did, you know. So it is what it is. But it was really a culture shock.
So just I wanna just like ask you this because when you say people bully the Haitians, like I just never understood why people would be so ignorant to a culture or people like considered to be immigrants to come over to America when they do it all the time. So like what did that look like for you and your family? Like
For me personally, now that I'm older, I just think it was a lack of misunderstanding, not understanding the culture, not understanding the language, vice versa. We didn't know how to coexist.
right,
Now that I'm older, I'm like, we were just kids doing what kids do. You
right.
see something different that you don't understand, you pick at it.
But with the society and the type of what you call it, I don't like to give them people like the name for it, but racist. Like I just feel that when people come for like a certain race or ethnicity, that they don't realize that we all have traveled over to America for one,
Yeah,
because we all know how the
yeah.
Americans discover America, and it wasn't that man.
It was not.
But you know what I'm saying? So it just like first of all, I'm glad to have you here today.
Thank
As
you.
as as beautiful as you are, as intelligent as you are. So it's just like what about the bullying, like, cuz here at the Grand Talk I talk more about self-awareness, because what makes the Haitian stand out for me is how you guys are very like warriors, like y'all strong, and you protect you know your country. So it just like, how did that bullying like make, like, at that particular time as a child, like how did bullying for you, as for you being Haitian in America, was like going to school, like were they calling you names or were they trying to fight
They
you,
were
like?
calling us names, and growing up in Haiti and coming here, the dress code was different. Where we had bows, ribbons, like
Mm,
you stand out.
really?
Yeah, so we were standing out, but
Okay.
that like they didn't notice where they had braids and beads. We had barrettes. We had ribbons in our hair. We had puffy dresses if there was no uniform. So we were a target for bullying. So the bullying come, it was like, oh, you dirty Haitians, you don't speak
Mm.
any English. Again, now that I'm older, we were just kids. They didn't know no better. That's things that they hear. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and they were repeating it, and there was no grudge being held. But when it came down to fighting, I'm fighting.
I know that's what. And see, you from Miami, so y'all didn't play.
We ain't play. I'm fighting, and my grandma house
Right.
was right next to our elementary school. Just we all fighting. And one thing about Haitians, if one is fighting, everybody's jumping in.
Everybody, but it's like that over here too. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like the Haitians, like y'all got that bad rep, and I'm a horn in on this because it's like people think voodoo is this such on Haitian people, and it's just like that's not true.
Voodoo for me, like I think, just like any religion, is a sore topic,
Hmm.
but everyone does voodoo.
Oh,
Moving
come on,
here to
somebody.
South, moving to the Carolinas. Well, Miami's the South, but to me, Miami was in the South.
Right,
Now I feel like I'm in the
the
South,
South. Right.
where
Mm.
the first place I was employed, I had people like, "Oh, you Haitian? You know how to do voodoo? My great grandma did voodoo." I'm like, "But you're not Haitian." And for me, it was
Right.
too. For me, I at first I thought it was a Haitian thing, but it's not a Haitian thing.
It's not.
We all practice different kind of, I think voodoo, but when it comes down to it, it's the same thing. It's just, okay,
Hmm.
a different language. So in the Haitian culture we have this, in the American culture they have that, in the Spanish culture that you get what I'm
Right.
saying.
Exactly.
So I think, for me, am I against voodoo? Hell no. I think it's a religion that should be embraced, but it
Hmm.
was told to us is so evil. It was taboo.
Right.
It was, even in my household.
Hmm.
It was like, that's something that we don't talk about. That's something that we don't do.
Right.
And as I get older, as being a Haitian, I learn, okay, it's part of our culture.
Right.
So it's not bad. It's just, it is what it is.
But and I want to just kind of add on to religion and spirituality because I'm, like I said, I'm very much so tapped in spiritually as well. And people don't realize those that hide behind being like a voodoo priest or a priestess that is all bad. So, like, if people would understand that voodoo is, you got good, bad in everything.
That's, like I always say, it's like, just like religion.
Yeah.
Christianity could be
Yes.
bad, just like voodoo could be bad. But it's just like, okay, I'm a chef, right? I could
Right.
pick a knife, I chop my onions, I cut my meats, I do whatever I need to do with that
Mhm.
knife. But that same knife, I could utilize it to hurt someone.
Right.
Does that make the knife bad, or does that make me bad? Because that's what
Exactly.
I chose to do with the knife. You get what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Oh yes.
So that's how I look at just religion in general, not just voodoo. For me, when it comes to, when people say, "Oh, voodoo's this," I think I met nicer people that practice voodooism than I have met people that practice Christianity. I
Mhm.
was born and raised in the church, speak in tongue, know how to call out
Okay.
on Jesus,
Yes, come through.
know my scriptures like the back of my hand. My dad is a pastor. You get what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but the older I get, and being in the church, and I see some certain things, I'm like, I don't. That's not the practice that
Mhm.
I want. But do I believe in God? I think God is the creator of all things. I think
Right.
God is the one that create everything. So you have to put God first, and then everything comes later.
I want to say, I don't mean to cut you off, but like people that talk about being so Christian Baptist, because I was too, like I growed up. I'm so southern. I grew up in going to church with my family, and sometimes we didn't always go to church. So let's be clear, I always knew God. I knew Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? And I still, to this day, I can pray to Jesus Christ. I can pray to God. But the God that I serve is very high and divine and very of the light. You know what I'm saying? People that dibble and dabble in the dark, it's truly who they are. It's truly who they are. And I just feel like a lot of people don't talk about it because they feel like it is evil, like voodoo, and growing up. So, what I want to ask you now, since we're talking about your childhood, like growing up Haitian, a Haitian household, what was that like?
Um, I'm a old soul. I was raised. My mom had me super young, so I was raised by my great grandparents. So I was the only kid in the house. So it was good. And I lived with my great grandma. My great grandpa died when I was 3. So it
Mm.
was her, her daughter, her kids, and for me to go to my mom house where she lived maybe further down the same big old village, if you want to call it, but neighborhood.
Okay.
So I would walk to my mom house, and that's the only time my great grandparents would let me. That's the only time I would have a chance to play with friends,
Yeah.
because I wasn't allowed to have friends because they
Is
were
that
so strict.
right? Like I love. Listen, before I get deep into Haitian culture, y'all, this is gonna be a very Haitian day because we about to hit May, and we know that the Flag Day for Haitians is coming up shortly and soon. But I want to know, like I follow quite a few people on social media, and they talk about like growing up in a Haitian household, how strict and disciplined it is.
It,
And I'm like, dang, like I kind of experienced that too, but they're like, no, baby, you didn't.
let me tell you
A
something.
Caribbean household is it hit different.
My great grandma, like, if I'm at my mama house, I'll go to my mom house to eat, and maybe she'll get me some new clothes, but I need to be home by 7 o'clock, no
Hmm.
latest, and my mom better walk me home. Anytime later than that, I can't go to her house for another 2 weeks.
Oh wow, why? Is it just her rules?
That was the rules, and they didn't want me caught up with the other kids in the neighborhood. Again, like I said, I was being raised by older people, and
Right.
they were well known. They were, I wouldn't say the high class. They was just good people, and
Right.
sometimes good people, they don't mingle with. They'll say hello, but they
Mhm.
not friends with everyone. So they didn't want me to be
Mm.
caught up with the other kids because they felt like, okay, they were doing bad things, and that wasn't the case. That's just what they thought.
Is that like a energy thing? Like if you carry like the wrong energy, that they could just see it within your friends, because you know how your mama tell you, oh, that ain't your friend, or they could just spot it out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
my great grandma didn't play that. When if she sense like your energy is off, you can't come and ask for me. You can't pass by the house.
Yeah.
Like, my nickname was Dudu, and like, what do you want with her?
Yeah.
Like, no, she cannot come outside and play, and no, you cannot come over. If the little friends that I did have, they had to come to my house. I couldn't go
Right.
to their house.
Right. So no
No
sleepovers, no
sleep.
birthday parties.
Girl, what?
What?
Sleepovers. Even in America, there's no damn thing sleepover in the Haitian household.
What?
What do you
Like how did
mean?
you? What?
Even me with my kids, I don't have sleepover. My kids are not
Really?
a. Hell no.
She said, hell no.
They are not allowed to sleep at anybody's house. I'm sorry.
That a protective thing that
Um,
the Haitians have
it's just
culture
so put.
wise.
It's honestly, it's just at the end of the day, I know what I do in my house, but I don't know
Hmm.
what you do in your house. So
Right.
for me, and I need
Mm.
to know what's going on with my child and
Yes.
I have this thing where it's like if I'm sleeping, and then I have a thought, I'll get up and walk in my kid's room and start praying.
Yeah.
And if I have that thought and they not in my house, now I'm going crazy. So
Right.
I like, no, they can't sleep over. And for me as a kid, I was molested. I don't
Hmm.
want that is in my mind as well. So that's like, no sleepover. I'm sorry. Like,
Right.
if you want to have a sleepover, they could come to our house. But no.
I I'm a second that, because I too was molested as a child, but I was molested by a family member.
Same.
So it's like I understand your point of view, how you raising your children, and how you want to be protective of them. I I just want to say, how is that mentally? Like, have you heard
I
that part?
yeah, I've I'm going to therapy, still going to therapy.
Okay.
I like personally, I don't think that's something you ever fully healed from because there's triggers in every shape and form. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I'm going to therapy. It's not, I don't make it part of my identity, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Oh yes.
So, yeah.
But I was able to, cause my my abuser was like a great aunt, and I was able to confront this family member, and I was shocked that her response was very, I can let go and heal from it, because it was like she knew what she had done to me, and I hope this is not triggering.
No, it's I'm proud of you that you confronted them. For me,
You right.
I don't think I could I don't. I'm not there to
Right.
confront any of them for the simple fact. While I'm confronting you, like if you say something,
Right.
it might trigger
Doing
something.
something in
So now
you.
I just recreated a whole nother
Right.
issue that I'm not ready to deal with.
Mhm.
And for me, I have kids. So when you
Right.
trigger me, that trigger down to my kids, it trigger down to my husband because I'm not at a place to be what I need to be to them. So
Mhm.
they are dead to me, honestly.
Facts. But no, that's facts. But the response that I received was, "I'm sorry," and I didn't know what to expect going into that, but I left that like completely relieved. And I'm gonna tell you, that sex demon, it haunted me at night. Like, and GBs, I just hope that you can like really understand that. I try not to make it as triggering, but it's real,
It's
because I want people to understand that it could go one of two ways. For me, it was like I want to confront it, because I don't know how much time this aunt has, and then if I was to live with something that I buried so much emotionally, I was not gonna be able to continue on um, doing more shadow work and breaking generational curses. And for me, and the day that I start having my own children, I don't want them to feel that type of abuse.
news. Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna move along here, because I want to ask you, what was like, what did, as a child or growing up, what was your profession like? What was your career that you always wanted to do?
I wanted to be a child psychiatrist.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
What changed from that to being the chef?
Life. Life changed it. I became homeless at 16.
Mm.
And growing up in a Haitian household, it is unacceptable for you to be a girl and not know how to cook.
Ooh, come through. Being a
Girl,
girl, period.
it being
And you don't know how to cook.
not know how to cook, not know how to clean, you gotta know how to cook. So again, as being homeless at 16, God blessed me with good people
Hmm.
where I could have stayed at their house, and for me to stay at their house, that's how I used to contribute.
Right.
Okay, so I'm a cook. I'm a clean, but cooking, you best believe I'm a cook. And there were like my best friend, I stayed at her house for a while.
Hmm.
So the deal was I'll cook and she'll
Yeah.
clean, because she like, if I cook, girl, you better clean the dishes.
Right.
So each household I was that grant me a couch or a bed,
Mm.
that's what I did. I remember when I got pregnant with my oldest, my stepmom was like, "Well, you might as well kill that dream of being a child psychiatrist and figure it out,
Yeah.
because you have a baby now." Which
Right.
now that I know that was not the case, I still could have pursue it or
Hmm.
whatnot. But since I started cooking for the church, I started cooking for my friend's party.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me go to school for it. So that's what I did.
So I'm assuming that your elders that took care of you, they taught you how to cook. And
When I was with my great grandma, I was a princess.
Okay.
Like I said, I was the only kid in the house, so the
Right.
only thing I had to do for my great grandma was like go buy her tobacco because she
Yeah.
took tobacco, or in Haiti, like if we all cook, we exchanging meals. So the
Mhm.
most I will do, go to this neighbor house, bring them food, and then come back with the food that they have for my great grandma.
Okay.
So, but when I came here, when I was staying with my dad and my stepmom, may she rest in wherever the hell that she's resting at.
Ooh, she did some tea here.
Um, so she had me and my sister. My sister used to, my little sister did all the cleaning. Again, I did
Mhm.
all the cooking, like all the cooking, to the point where my dad will come thinking she the one that cooked the food. In reality, I
Mm.
was cooking the food.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I went to go stay with my aunt, so, and again, with her it was different. It's like she worked from, she'll leave the house at 4:30 in the morning and
Mhm.
come home around 5. So she'll leave, put the meat out, and I would have to season the meat. So
Right.
that's when I learned the different of ingredients. I didn't really have to cook at her house, but
Mhm.
I had to know how to season meat. I had to know how to clean meat. I had to know how to season fish, how to do, it wasn't just thrown at me, you have to, it
Right.
wasn't a chore.
Right.
Then that's when cooking became like, okay, I actually like it. I don't know if I would have made it a career, but I actually enjoyed it. That's how cooking for friends and so forth came along.
You know the process of how Haitians cook is need to be studied. Cause I was like, wait a minute, they.
We
I
don't
had to
have
go
it's
back.
we there's no recipe book, there's no
Yeah.
nothing, because a lot of time, like even now my daughter called me, mommy, how to make this. I sent her, I explained it to her. What's the how many girl, I don't know. You better figure this
You
shit
better
out.
figure it out. You better listen to the ancestors.
You better
And
listen
they
to, girl, you better call Magdalene and Maggie and
okay.
like and do the shit like, yeah.
Yes.
So we don't have a recipe book. I couldn't dare call my auntie and ask her, hey, how you do this? She was like, you see me do it 500 times.
So-
Like, go buy some chicken, go buy
yeah.
this, go buy that, and do this. It wasn't 3 teaspoon. Uh, no, it was none of that.
Listen, I was trying to figure out like how to make my own Haitian spaghetti by YouTube, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I don't think if I get married to a Haitian, he gonna be like, hey, you gonna have to learn how to do
You
something,
gonna
but
like,
do some Jumo soup or something, girl, cause
even now people will call me, oh, can I get a recipe for your rice? Do not ask me what, I will
that
tell
black
you what
rice be
comes in the rice,
hitting.
but don't ask me how many cup of water that comes. Like, I'm pouring, and then I
Yeah,
know when to stop.
yeah.
That's
It just
it.
something to tell you, hey,
So
you don't need a measuring
you don't
cup
need
with
no
all of
measuring
this.
cup with all of that,
Yes.
But again, culinary school made up for all of that other. You get what I'm saying, for all that
Mhm.
other stuff. But there's some Haitian stuff, like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to give you measuring cup for it. Don't ask me.
So I want to go back and go back until you were saying that you were homeless at 16 and then you got pregnant.
Hmm.
So it's just like you had to grow up fast, as a teenager because a lot of Haitians feel like that's kind of like the norm, right? Like people having to grow up fast,
And I think it's just culturally, for me, I think when it comes to just the black community, I wouldn't
Right,
say, you get what I'm saying, just the Haitian community having
right.
to grow up fast. It's just, I think it's just in the black community. A lot of times, like, you think, okay, because a kid get pregnant at 18, their life is over,
Over,
and
right.
like, if you provide them with the proper support system, that kid will thrive. But without that proper support system, you get what
Hmm.
you get. But in my case, um, after I had my daughter, I could honestly say I had a strong support system. So,
That's great.
yeah, I had a strong support system. I had great friends. I probably did not have the best family members, but I had amazing friends where I still was able to go to school. I was able to I had babysitters. I was able to go to school, go to work. There's times I wouldn't see my daughter for days because she'll be at my best friend's house the whole
Okay.
time.
Okay. Yes.
So as I could honestly say, have like I had an amazing support system after I had her.
That is such a blessing because a lot of single mothers and very young mothers, don't have that type of support system. Even, what I'm saying, just, they feel like, well, my life is over, but how do I start? Like, first, finish high school, get your diploma, and then, you know, having to go to work and
And
going to college.
was always humbled. I
Hmm.
was always I like I don't what's the word I'm looking for, as you being my eldest. I've always was very respectful. I
Hmm.
always was very soft spoken. I seemed shy, so they were very willing to help. Oh my gosh, she's just a kid. At the time my mom was still in Haiti, so she
Right,
don't have her mom, she don't have this, so they were more than willing. They was like, okay, we need to help her with this kid.
right.
And then I really didn't know. Like, I didn't know anything about, I, of course, changing diapers, doing all of
Right,
this. I
exactly.
could remember one time I picked up my daughter, and the way I picked her up, not that I was mad or anything, I
Yes.
lifted her up wrong, and her shoulder kind of, not
Yeah.
misplaced, but it was, and I didn't know that. It's when
Right.
later I brought her to my best friend aunt. She was like, "Oh my God, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you broke
No,
her
yeah.
arm." So and then that's when she used castor oil. She did everything, and without them, like I don't know where
Yes.
I would have been. You get what I'm saying? Where she would
Right.
have been? Maybe her certain things that happened to me as a
Mhm.
child could have
Right.
happened to her, but
Right.
God spared me and spared that situation, and I could honestly, I had a great support system
Mhm.
considering how young I was, and I didn't have a mom or a dad to help me out with
So
that
was it
situation.
like your mom's choice to stay in Haiti?
It's never anyone's choice to stay in Haiti. Like, if you have the opportunity to come to America, they coming. In her case
Mhm.
was like, if she come, there's a better future for me. And that's what it was. I
Mm.
came, and when I got of age, I was able to submit paperwork for her to come here.
Okay. So is she here now?
Yes,
Okay.
she's been here for 10 years.
Okay. That's good. Okay. So how are y'all relationship now
Um,
that
at first, it was kind of, off because, again, I don't know her. I never lived in the same house as her. As I said
mm,
before, my great grandma raised me. So her coming as me being an adult, and, so it's like she had expectation, I had expectation,
right.
and we just wasn't meeting those expectations,
It
you
it
know?
was it still like that Haitian cultural household type of
No,
mommy?
my mom is, like I said, she had me at 16. My mom is very, very laid back,
Yeah.
like super laid back, where I
Okay.
could roll a joint in front of my mom.
She probably like, what she doing?
Yeah,
Like,
she ain't smoking that. She'll smoke some cigarette, but I could roll a
Yeah.
joint in front of my mom, or if like one of my kids like sneaking weed, and she'll find it, she'll get here, hide it. Like my mom, she's not the strict type. She's the type like you'll tell me, you're still young, enjoy
Right.
your life, where you get what I'm saying. Again, if
Right.
I think if I was raised in Haiti with her, like I probably would have all type of conversation.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I know you spoke up about your stepmom and you say whatever the hell she fucking at, but
she
like was she a bad stepmom?
she
Like
was
from
horrible. Oh my.
what was her deal? Like did she
I
not was she like jealous that
I don't
her
even think, I just think she just was a terrible person. And
just in general?
just in general, I just think she was just a terrible person. And then um she was young too.
Yeah.
Because now, not justifying making excuses for her. Again, a lot of times, like now I'm in my 40s, looking
Mhm.
at a 25-year-old. Now you have two kids that's not yours. Now you
Right.
have to raise, and that was in her background. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? But that doesn't justify. why she was such a bitch. She
Right.
just wasn't kind. She wasn't nice. I could understand you didn't know how to be motherly, but you was
Right.
just, she was, ugh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
But like people look at women to be nurturers, and
No, she wasn't that.
she
And I
wasn't.
think that's the reason now. It's like, I don't, like, I tell people I'm not a hugger.
Yeah.
My husband would be like, "Oh, let's go to the spa." No, that mean they gotta massage me. I'm not. I
Yeah.
like, it's like, because I'm not the one that's gonna tell you, "Oh my God, I love you." I'll say,
Yeah.
"Oh, girl, you look good." I will give you a compliment. But as far as the hugging, the touching, please don't cry in front of me because I
Right.
don't know how to comfort you.
Right.
That's,
Right. No, that's
you know,
facts.
that's me.
Yeah.
So even now with having kids, and I think the out of all my three kids, the one that got hugs the most is my middle child because she's just a rebel. She just,
Yeah.
she smothered me.
Yeah.
She's very smothering. She's very
Right.
thinking so. But my oldest, like, I always apologize to her. Girl, I am
Yeah.
so sorry because
Right.
I wasn't the one that was cuddling. If she
Mm.
hit the boo boo, ooh, let me kiss the boo boo. No, I
Yeah.
was, that wasn't me. Like,
Oh my God, my mom, she is the same exact way. She's not a hugger, but she, the how she showed love, it was very different because I am the middle child of three of her children, and in between me and my baby sister, she had a child and she miscarried. So, granted, that could have been a fourth child, but physically she got three. But it was just like with my older brother being of autism and my sister being autistic, and I'm in the middle. I'm just like the normal
the
one, but it just like I didn't get the love from her the way that I needed to as well, because her like
main
focus was
focus
like
on
them
the
too,
other two, yeah.
because she's overprotective of all of us, but I just felt like that type of love was different for me. And then like there were other issues that was going
Issues.
on with that.
As a mom, I would say it's like, we always think, she loved this one more than she loved, but at the end it's a
Mhm.
different kind of love because all you guys have different personalities,
Mhm.
and I had to learn that for myself when it came to my mom, because I was like, oh my God, she don't love me. In reality,
Mhm.
she don't know me. The kids that she had in Haiti, she raised them. She know how they look when they're hungry. She know how they
Mhm.
look when they're sad. And that's the thing with my kids. Like my oldest, she's a rule follower. You tell her, go here and stay there. If I, God forbid, something happened to me, my husband probably would have to say, Layla, it's okay. You
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
leave. Where my middle child, you tell Gabby, you could go to the gas station. She'll go to her friend house. She'll go there. She'll go there.
Gabby
And
is me, and I am
and you
Gabby.
look at the clock like I told you, girl,
Yeah.
30 minutes. It's
Yeah.
been 3 hours.
Yes, Gabby.
Where my youngest, he's similar to Layla, but he'll question, like,
Okay.
why? What's the reason behind it? Where
Right.
Layla, my oldest, she's not going to question anything. But
Yeah.
Carlisle, he's going to say, why? And I'm going to have to give him a
A
reason.
reason to.
And
Yeah.
if the reason makes sense,
Mhm.
he's going to do it.
Yes.
So it's like, and with three kids like that, you love, it's the same amount of love, but it's
Mhm.
different because I
Mm.
have to love you based on who you are as a individual.
Exactly.
Yeah, so with all three of them, some people will say I love my oldest the most. Some will say I
Yeah.
love Gabby the most. Some will say I love Carly the most. I love all three of them the same amount,
Mhm.
affinity, but differently because they are so different
Different. Mhm.
individual.
There's nothing like a true mother's love. I remember I used to get, fussed at, yelled at. My mom grabbed a belt to put the BTA onto me, and I was just like, I never treat my children
Yeah.
like this. I never, 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 never. I was like, I'm leaving. I used to try to run away. I used to.
Girl, I ran away every 3 months. Let me tell you something. One time I ran away, I ran away to the park. All I heard was the helicopters, okay?
Not the helicopters.
My
Miami.
dad was so fucking dramatic.
Yes.
Like, I'm like, damn, I done got caught. But I've
And they
learned
called the
the third
helicopters.
time I ran away, honey, I ran away straight to my grandma's house and landed at
Yes.
my auntie house. I was like, you ain't gonna catch me in the street no more,
That
because
part.
he will call the cops quick.
I want to say like Haitian, like the comedians that I watch on Instagram, they're so funny. Like they so discreet when it comes to how parents, the Haitian parents, they are so overly dramatic. That's a
No,
real
they
thing.
are dramatic. Like my aunt, like I'm like, I got to be. I think I was supposed to be a rebel by nature. It's just life made me this. But like I remember, my aunt would tell me, "Hey, come home at 10." If it's 10:15, I'm still in trouble. Next time you tell me come home at 10 and I notice it's 10:05, you're not
Hmm.
going to see me till 1 in the morning, because I'm going to get in trouble regardless.
Regardless, yeah,
So
exactly.
what she will do, she'll call everyone. Tasha came home at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Everybody know the business.
Everybody know the business. She'll get my uncle to come team tag my ass.
What?
And you would think that'll stop me? No. And
She was like, I was
I was
outside.
out. In reality, I wasn't doing anything. It's like
Right.
she say 10. It's like it's. You look at the time. It's
Like
9. You
no, for
like you
real.
got time, and then you like, oh
Oh,
shit.
honey, Laura's
And I'm
locking
like,
the
you know what? It's
doors.
gonna be the same trouble if I
Okay.
come home at 10:30. So bring it.
Yeah. So let's get right to it. Like, when did you start the Racine? Am I saying it correctly?
Racine. It's
Racine. Okay.
so when I moved to Charlotte, I moved 2016.
Okay.
I worked at Brio Bravo as a manager,
Okay.
and I did that for a year. And then when the food scene in Charlotte wasn't it for me,
Mm.
so I wanted a restaurant, but I didn't have the information that I have now. So a food truck was the easiest way.
Mm.
So
They have a lot of food
they
trucks
had a
out
lot
here
of food
too.
truck. But when I got into my food truck, that was like what, 8 years ago. That was like the when food truck was starting to be popular.
Right.
So we did the food truck for 5 years and we did great. And then we started last in 2023. It was called
Okay.
Laku at first, which mean yard in Creole.
Ooh.
And we had to change the name, so I changed it to Racine, which mean roots.
Okay.
Yeah.
I correct me, and I would like to pronounce things correctly. Cause listen, YouTube been my like go to person. Like how do I say this in Haitian Creole? Like I want to make sure that I'm saying it correctly. Racine.
Racine. You saying it
Racine.
better than a whole lot of people.
Listen, I only know about maybe 5 words in Haitian. Like,
I think Haitian Creole is one of the easiest language. You just have to want to speak it.
so can we do like a little fun like language? Like, what does I mean? I, she, he.
Whew.
Like, who? You know, like how just basic like Haitian. Like, how do you say I? Like me,
Mouais.
moi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moi.
And for y'all Haitians, y'all already know. Haitians from different places speak different Creole, so don't be coming for me.
Okay, so is there a thing like where it's like Miami Haitians versus like New York Haitians?
For me, it's not a thing, but I guess it's a thing. Some people think New York Haitians are bougier, and
Mm.
Miami Haitians are a little bit more rude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we rude. I think we just straight to the point. It's like
Yeah.
I don't like. I tell people like I don't like small talk. If
Right.
I'm not feeling you, I don't
Period.
have anything to say to
Okay.
you. I'm not gonna fake the phone, and
Exactly.
which this is very hard for me in business, and that's the
Right.
reason I always stay in the back, because I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that.
We not doing that, honey. Okay,
Mm-mm.
try
Try, yeah,
try
no,
somebody else.
yeah, no.
So, okay, with your restaurant here in Charlotte in the Queen City, like you said that the food wasn't as like up to par or it just
When I just moved here, the Caribbean scene wasn't big at all. At
right.
all, at all. So the few, I'm from Miami, where it's a melting pot for culture. So you
Mhm.
have all type of culture. There's all type of food. So moving here, I it was hard to get Cuban food, Cuban.
Mm.
If I couldn't, it was hard to get Jamaican food. It was hard.
Right.
It was just hard to get like Caribbean food in general.
Mhm.
So move, and I was like, you know what? Since then when I just moved here, I didn't know there was so many Haitians. So
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
like when I started my truck, I did like mostly Jamaican, Bahamian, and Haitian concept with the truck to be able to see who's who. And like I
Okay.
said, it did well. But the food scene still need a little improvement, but it got a whole lot better than what it
Right.
was back in 2016, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Okay. I can I can honestly say like I didn't really start it like popping out going to different restaurants in Charlotte like cuz I was like I've tried Nigerian food, I've tried Jamaican food, but Haitian food I was just like dang, I would have to travel from South Carolina to go to Atlanta to find a Haitian cuisine. So,
I tell people, you want real Haitian food, go to New York, on the New York inside,
okay,
Boston, go to Miami,
okay.
Florida. I
That's
wouldn't
the
even
most
say go
authentic.
authentic. I wouldn't say
Yes.
even Atlanta, because being here, when it comes to the Caribbean food or Haitian food, for the fact that a lot of people that live here sometimes don't know what the food's supposed to taste like. People throw
Hmm.
any type of shit in front of you and tell you it's supposed to be,
Right, imitation
and
food.
in reality, like, you like, oh my god, it's good. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So when you have the real thing, you comparing it, and the
Hmm.
real thing is not the real thing to you anymore, because you so used to having this,
Hmm.
whatever you want to call it, Haitian, Jamaican, Bahamian, and that's not how it's supposed to taste.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you about my experience at Racine because I was like, dang, Charlotte do need like a Haitian place, a restaurant for me to go and eat and enjoy. So I come across your page, the Racine Haitian restaurant page on Instagram, and I was like, oh shoot, they got uh the red snappers, the oxtail. I was like, I never had Haitian oxtail. I still ain't tried it
Try
yet,
the oxtail, yeah.
but I will try the oxtail because I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna try it out, and then I
We
was it
have the
last year?
best oxtail.
Listen, the I've got to try your oxtail and the red snapper, but I never had conch, and I want to try your Haitian spaghetti, of course, but your husband greeted me when I had
When you
come to
came, yeah.
yes for the first time, and I was just like, okay, what should I try? Cause this is my first time trying Haitian cuisine, and I think I got the plantains, I got the sweet
It's
plantains, the black rice,
and,
and the
and
chicken.
stewed chicken. That's
It's a,
what him and Gabby
yes,
always tell people. Like, okay, you never had Haitian food, try the stewed chicken. That's try and rice and plantain. That's what they always gonna tell you to go to. If you like seafood, they'll tell you to try the stewed fish, because you could get fried
okay,
fish, whatever. Of course,
right,
it's not gonna taste like
exactly.
glassine, but you could try fried fish, whatever. But the stew fish, that's always the top two: the stew fish and the stewed chicken. If you eat pork, we'll tell you to grill, but a lot of people
Okay.
don't eat pork anymore, so
Right, exactly.
yeah.
So, but I'm just gonna say I had to try the Haitian mac and cheese.
You haven't tried Haitian?
I did.
Oh, I was gonna
I
say.
said I had to try it
Oh, girl.
because it was who's I was watching. I think it was Jessie Wu, and I can't remember who her guest was, but I believe there were uh Jamaican ascent, and they was comparing Jamaican and Haitian food and who had the best mac and cheese. I was like, I gotta try the mac and cheese, but the mac and cheese, baby,
I don't think
is
Jamaican have
hitting.
good mac and cheese. Oxtail,
They got good
they got
oxtail,
good oxtail. Like
but that Haitian mac
that
was
Haitian mac, like,
busting.
yeah, I know.
Listen, baby, I was like, I say that for last. I was like, baby, but when I put that fork in that doggone mac and cheese, I was like, oh, I'm so
And
done.
that was the first meal I learned to master, that every party, every
Really?
till now, like, my friends will call, you coming down? You got me on the mac and cheese.
Shit.
When it comes to the Haitian mac, that was one of those things they always asked for. I actually got in trouble one time with my aunt for skipping school with a group of my friends because I wanted to show off I know how to cook.
Baby, the first thing I knew how to cook was bologna and fried eggs and scrambled eggs. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm from Spartanburg. I'm from South Carolina, so like I wasn't like born like in the projects, but I was like in a whole all black neighborhood.
Neighborhood.
So it was just like, baby, my first meal was a bologna sandwich.
I don't know how to make it, but my cousin used to mess with this American guy. Oh my God. He used to make this amazing bologna sandwich. He had this way of frying it, and then he put mustard, ketchup, and the cheese. Like, it was the best meal ever. I don't know if I was hungry.
It was that good.
It was that good. Like, Arthur, if you're watching this, like, you had that down
he gonna be
pat.
watching Arthur.
Like, he had it, like, he was a man of, like, very, very limited words. But, baby, when he made that sandwich, it was top notch. And also, too, in Haiti, it's like when, you know, you playing with other kids. It's like when we play house, we actually used to cook. So the meat, leftover meat that they wasn't using, that they were throwing away or whatever, we'll take it and marinate it and create a little pot and cook it like have our own little play meal. So we were cooking, you know.
Okay. I want to play a game with you. It's called BTA. Means, you know what I'm saying, belt to ass. And this is gonna be fun. So belt to ass game is I ask you a question and you can say that is a BTA, or I'm just gonna let it slide. Okay, you ready? Okay, so say if you caught one of your children smoking God's herb, is that a BTA, or you gonna let that one slide?
I'm gonna let that shit slide. I pick my battles.
You pick your battles?
Yeah, that's not like it. That's not like
I should have been one of your children. Like, cause let me just smoke a J. And
I'm one of those. Like, my whole thing is I rather you do it in front of me. And if you're doing it wrong or something, I'll show you instead of you going out there and doing it with somebody else and then they screw you up.
Because you just never know what is laced with.
What is laced with. So, do what that's always been. Not saying it don't work for everybody, but that's what, you know, works for me.
Okay. All right. Next question. Say your best friend doesn't support your business. Is that a BTA, or you letting that one slide?
That's a BTA.
Cause bitch, why you ain't supporting me? But they listen. I can just say, like, I've had the most greatest support from strangers than people that I consider to be friends and family to support what I got going on.
Same. I don't know the reason behind it, but that's all. I think that's everybody's story.
Yes.
You know, like you have outside, because outsiders, for me personally, I think your friends, they so used to it. They so used to you doing this. And then outsiders, something new. They don't know you. They like it, but my best friend, she's so used to my mac and cheese. There ain't nothing new while you know, hyping it up.
Like, bitch, she's like, you had me cooking at your motherfucking house. Like, you mean to tell me you can't even share a post?
But my best friend is not on social media. So if she
if they're not on social media, that's another thing. But it's just like still, you know, back in the day, when they had flyers like, hey, please go and check out what my friend got going on. Go to a restaurant, food's great, you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I like when it comes to that, I grew to have zero expectations when it comes to friends and family supporting my business or sharing or liking, to the point I don't even send them anything and be like, hey, can you share this?
But my thing is, if I can find you watching in the views on my stories, you can support.
Girl, what I do, block.
But okay.
Or I mute you. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm not gonna let your whatever you feeling over there make me feel some kind of way. So I'm
Exactly,
just
because
gonna
it's like, why you want to be so
secretive.
secretive?
You
What I
know,
got going
and
on?
especially a lot of times too for me when I notice you advertising other people's stuff, you going
Ooh,
very
careful.
like you doing it, and then when it comes to mine you just bypass it and have the nerve to come have a conversation. Oh, you doing this now, bitch?
Nah, you
You
deserve to get
saw
your
it because you
yeah.
didn't like it.
Oh, or they see you out. Hey girl, I see what you doing
Doing
on Facebook, on Instagram.
hmm
I be like, okay, you seen it, but bitch, I don't see. You don't never
you
like.
ain't never like
You ain't never share. You ain't never repost. You ain't never put me on the story. Like, okay, you see me, and then when like people will say to me, "Oh, Alexis, I like what you got going on," or they ask, "Oh, Alexis, how's the podcast going?" I tell them, "I don't know. You tell me. You the audience." You the
that
motherfucking
part.
audience. Like what the wait? I'm too real for motherfuckers. Like
That
don't come
part,
up to me and,
like
and ask me how things are going over here. You know,
that
if
that
you watching
part.
and looking and see what I got going on, you can tell me how I'm doing.
How I'm doing that
Let me know,
part.
and you know what I'm saying? Because how? I mean, I'm looking at myself. Sometimes it took me a minute to really like look at an episode, and I'm like, oh, okay, I like how I did that, but I'm glad I had to look at an episode, and I'm like, I used to rock. I used to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't do that. You
Like
know what I'm
for
saying?
me, when you send this to me, I'm gonna have
Yes.
everybody watch it before I watch it.
Period.
Cause I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I didn't like my voice. Oh my god, why did
I
my
don't know
hair look
how I
like that?
look. Like I
Oh
should
my
look
god,
this
why
way,
should I
should look
not
that
like?
way.
Why Bobby didn't say do this?
Yeah.
Like,
Bobby caught a stray.
like
Yeah.
so majority of the time it's like
Yes.
whenever I'm speaking or I'm on somebody's news, I always like, okay, look at it first, tell
Yeah.
me what I could have done
Yeah.
different. And my sister don't give a fuck. She like, bitch, you know you killed
Yeah.
it.
Okay, sis.
My
Yes.
sister, she's like my number one cheerleader.
I
Like
love
some of the
that
time, I'm
though.
like, I don't even want to ask her because I know she's gonna
Yes.
put me in this high pedestal. So, baby, can you like? No, she like, no, you it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But you're killing it though. You're
yeah.
killing this
So
interview. Unaliving because we on YouTube watching. We're unaliving things. Okay. Okay, last question. BTA. So you and your husband, y'all out in public at a family event or some type of gathering, and they don't defend you in public. Is that a BTA? Or are you gonna let it slide and I'll talk to you when we get home?
I'm gonna let it slide and talk to you when you get home. Cause again,
Okay.
you already made a donkey out of me by not defending me. So if I
Yeah.
go and start saying something, now I'm making a bigger donkey out of out of myself.
Yes.
So I'm gonna wait till I get in the car and I'm gonna be on that ass.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna embarrass me in front of people. You gonna keep that embarrassment, not me.
Right. But it's right for your spouse or your partner to defend you no matter
No
what.
matter
Like
what.
don't add the fuel to the fire and continue to embarrass me in front of
Yeah,
the public.
like, cause again, if your intention was not to defend me,
Mhm.
there's nothing I could say to you right now that's
Right.
gonna make you change. You already did it.
Yes.
People already seen what it. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing you could do to like make it right at this
Right.
moment. So, I'm gonna let it slide when we get in the car. It's not that I want you to justify it. I'm just gonna tell you how much of a jackass you are.
Yeah,
That's it.
like yeah, let his ass have. I might thump you upside
I
the
might
motherfucking
thump you
head.
like knowing me,
Like
like I have to probably get an edible because I probably slap you across your head and be
that
like, you
part.
just embarrassed me.
Little baby, let me smoke
And
my
I do
blunt
not
first.
like being embarrassed. Like,
Yeah,
don't embarrass
like
me.
for real. Like I've gotten used to the point where I don't care what nobody say about me in public. I mean, it is what it is. Because sometimes I'm gonna defend my own self.
For me, it all depends on who. Because, like I tell people, you could do something to me like I'm gonna let it pass. But if my sister do it to me, I will not talk to her forever because you're my sister. You should have known better.
Right.
You know me inside and out. So you know my triggers. You know that would have got me feeling some kind of
Exactly.
way and you did it anyway. But
Yes.
we don't know each other that well yet. So you get that pass. But I will check you. You get what I'm saying? So you don't make that
Exactly.
mistake again. But as far as
Exactly.
my sister, my husband, my best friend, like, No.
Like no,
No.
especially when it comes to your spouse. Like we gotta go home. We gotta sleep in the same bed.
Same bed. You should have
And we
known how to
yeah. So
answer
it's just
that. You
like
should have known how to. But my husband know. He already know. Like depends. And if it's in front of his mom, I'm gonna act an ass right in front of his mom. I'm like, don't let me act an ass in front of your mama. Like we've been together forever. Like you get what I'm saying. So it's like
yes,
I tell people like we that's my friend. That's my
right,
dude. Like don't get
yeah,
me wrong. He get on my nerve, but
yes,
that's my nigga.
yeah,
Like yo, like I be like I talk shit to him all the time, but don't
right,
think I'm gonna let somebody come from the outside and
and disrespect him.
motherfucker, you gonna come through me.
That part.
You hear me?
While we're talking about marriage and relationships, like when did you find love? Like what's love like? Cause I'm trying to get a ring.
You, I think when a lot of time that's a conversation I have with my sister all the time. Love is
Okay.
different for all of us. A
Yeah.
lot of us we looking for that fairy tale love, and I think I was looking for that fairy tale love for such a long time to the point I was screwing up my marriage because I wanted something that did not exist. You know.
Okay.
So, but when I realized his consistency, how he show up for me, how he show up for his kids, how he brought me here, because I wasn't feeling good at all in the
Yes.
process of dressing. I'm like, babe, I'm about to pass out, and he's not feeling good. He was in bed. He quickly got up and
Yes.
put on his clothes and brought me here. So for me, that is love. That is the way he show up for me, the way he hold the restaurant down when I'm not there, the way I could be like, okay, I'm going to Florida for 3, 4 days and end up showing 6 days later. He still show up consistently for me at all
Okay.
time, and I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, with me being that asshole, he makes me look good. Without him and my mom, I wouldn't be here. Last Scene
Right.
wouldn't be what it is without them
Because it's
too.
a family
It's a
restaurant. Like
and
it's
that's love. He put all his stuff aside to make sure I get. You get what I'm saying?
right.
My cup is full. If my cup is not full, it has nothing to see with him. Is me pouring into other things that makes it empty. So
Right.
for me, that is love. As far as that fairy Disneyland love we see, I don't believe in that anymore.
Because I mean, now that you say that this is your reality.
This is
This is your reality. But for those like me that's going through a whole twin flame connection, and I'll be ready to bop Mr. I ain't gonna say, but Mr. I'll be ready to thump this head.
You got believe
in
me.
his
You
head.
got. Let
But
me
it's
tell you
just like,
something. You're gonna want to thump. You're gonna think him. You just gotta know. Okay, this is the time I just pause and watch what he
yes,
see. Perfect. I remember when my husband and I was planning our wedding. I was on. To this day, I don't remember what I was getting on him
yeah,
for, but I was on him. Like all he did, I remember we was at his mom's house. What he did, he went in the room. I saw him praying. He
okay.
got on his knees. I was like, oh shit. He telling God on me. I got on my knees and started praying.
I know that's right. I know. I
He
know that's
probably don't
right.
even remember that. And
Oh my
that's how,
goodness.
like, I was like, yeah, that's my man. Because around that time, I was losing it. I was in a
Yeah.
moment, like, I didn't know what was going to happen. It was just us two planning the wedding. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm stressed. His stress. You got to keep in mind, this is a 22, 23, and 21-year-old
Right.
planning
A
a
wedding.
wedding. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm anxious. He's very mellow. You met him or whatever. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
He really is a nice man. Like,
baby, this man got on his knees, went to his room, got on his knees and started praying. I'm like, I'm going to be right next to you praying because if you are telling God on me, so
right. Okay.
So that was one of the ways that I knew, okay, this is the man for me. And not only
Okay.
because of that incident, I knew in my weakness, he would have known how to pray for me. He would
Exactly.
know how to lay hand on me.
We need a praying man. So people be asking about the Sierra prayer. See, people be asking about this prayer, this prayer. People breaking up.
Let me tell you
You know
something.
what I'm saying?
I don't want nobody's marriage prayer because I
Period.
don't know what's going
Nobody is
inside your household.
okay.
You get what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on outside your household. I don't know what's going on inside your household. I don't know what kind of woman you are. I don't know what kind of men you are. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want it. I want
Exactly.
whatever God wants for
Oh
me.
yeah. Oh
You get what
yeah.
I'm saying? Because
For
whatever, you
sure.
get what I'm saying? Because I might say I want the Sierra prayer, and then I got the Sierra prayer. I'm like, oh shit, this is not for me.
Yes.
So I don't want nothing nobody else have, especially when it comes to marriage, especially now in this era where I don't know what Kool-Aid people are drinking, where they murking each other. I don't want that shit.
Yes. Yes. No facts. Because people say the dating pool is just like full of nastiness. But listen, like I tell anybody, the best thing you can do is love yourself first. Because how you
If
treat yourself and love on yourself, that person's gonna love you 10 times more.
more, and also too, like, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to know yourself, and that's another thing I had to like do therapy for, because I had put so much expectation on my husband. I wanted
Hmm.
him to love me the way my dad didn't love me the way this person, protect me the way. In reality, all of that wasn't his job.
Right.
To You get what I'm saying? It was
Right.
not his job. So I put so much on him and wanted
Hmm.
so much expectation. I had to go to therapy, and my therapist had to be like, girl, you
Mm.
cannot expect a dad out of your husband. You cannot expect
Ooh,
a
come
mom
through
out of your
therapist.
husband. Like, this is
Yes.
your husband. So those
Exactly.
people that failed you, that did not protect you,
Hmm.
now this, you cannot blame him. You cannot have that expectation for him. So for us, it took me a while to
People
get here.
people need that therapy, but I want to grant this week's Grande Star of the Week, and as I said, this is a Haitian culture episode. So this week's Grande Star of the Week goes to Haitian American Da Vinci. Like I see you, I
She
see.
see you.
Stop.
She see
She
you
see.
a lot.
I love. You know, people like you always at his shows.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up. I'm a supporter. Listen, got me stuttering. But
You
I
see,
just
you got
want
her
to say.
stuttering. You're not even here.
But I just want to say, like, kudos to him for being a breakout actor. He's into this new Tyler Perry movie called "Why Did I Get Married
Married.
Again?" And he just got a Netflix special as a firefighter. So we love to see Da Vinci go from BMF All American grownish into this firefighter role.
A fine ass
A
firefighter
fine
role.
ass firefighter role. So yeah, I think Haitian Americans, like I'm here. Like y'all really got me trying Haitian food and going to the stores, going to look on YouTube how to do this, how to do that. But yeah, shout out to him. And this week's social media influencer goes to another Haitian, which is another Charlotte, North Carolina, in Diara. I may be saying your name wrong, girl. Please don't shoot the messenger. But Diara Demornay. I'm not sure she's on Instagram, but I see you, girl. If you wanna like find all the good eating spots, good places to do, find things to do in Charlotte, she is the Instagram page that you should all like tap into. She's very good about that. And she just shared not too long ago that her mom actually was like the generational curse breaker for their family because she didn't have the type of relationship with her mom. And that really hit home for me because this is the process I'm doing right now is breaking generational curses for myself and the children I bring into the world. So shout out to you, girl. I see you. She's a, oh my god, like she's so funny. She has these skits now where she kind of like talking to the women. Like she like, sis, we're not doing the F boys these days. Like
Okay, you gotta send me her
I
page.
will definitely. Her handle will be on here. So shout out to Da Vinci being the Grenade Star of the Week and the social media influencer. Hey, 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 my grande butterflies. This is your only commercial break, but thanks for tuning in. So, as you take a break, get your wine glass, get your popcorn, and just take a seat and relax and tune in into this episode on the Grand Talk Podcast. Because you know this is the only podcast that you're going to get the real on how to do your shadow work and healing to raise your vibrations, doing self awareness and your self love. But lastly, how I want to close this out because my girl, the chef Natasha from Miami, like born and raised in Haiti and in America, I want to ask you if you had a chance to do a cook off or whatever, a show or podcast of any sort, who would it be versus Trick Daddy Dollars from Miami or the baby with the no knife cooking with Kurt?
I think I'll go with the baby.
The baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had Trick Daddy food. It's
Okay.
good, but
At Sundays.
it's yeah, but I think it'll be something different. And
Okay.
because Trick Daddy already familiar with the Haitian culture, so I think we'll be learning from each
Oh,
other.
but yeah.
So yeah, it'll be the
Yes.
baby.
Those two hip hop moguls, I feel like it's good to watch a man cook. And I know you had mentioned about your friend cooking in the kitchen and
Hmm.
his like chef's kiss. I should have called this chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So like I was like saying with the behind the scenes is that people don't realize how much hard work you do behind the scenes. How do you get your day started to show up for yourself, for your business and everything? And I want to hone in on you going through the whole being robbed last year, and I kind of shared it here on the Grand Talk podcast. So we're gonna get into that a little bit to kind of wrap things up here. But like, how how did that mentally like oh my gosh, like I can't believe someone did that. Like, do you know who
I'm
did
still
it?
trying to
Or you
process
still
it. I'm still processing it. I still have nightmares, like thinking I'm gonna walk
hmm.
into my establishment and somebody broke into it. I don't know who did it, but God is a great God. I was able to recover a lot faster than I anticipated because personally, around the time I just had lost my aunt, so much was going on. So I
Right.
was ready to walk away. When I mean I was ready to walk away, I was ready to walk away, but I didn't have anything to walk away with. So I
Mm.
thugged it out, but I'm still processing it. And yeah, I'm still processing it. It's still.
Do you think it was like an inside job?
I honestly think it was an inside job, but that's my thought,
Yeah.
because the way everything was done, it was too planned out, like,
Right.
so it had to be somebody that was watching or somebody that had an issue.
Exactly.
It was, but it is
Because
what it is.
it was the restaurant, and then it became your food
They
truck.
like they pulled my food truck from the back of the restaurant, and to pull a trailer, you need a truck that could pull the trailer. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? You have to
Mhm.
know what kind of truck to pull, and then as if it was for me, if it was a junkie or a baser that took it, we wouldn't find it as quick as we did. My husband and my mom went in Wednesday to prep. Wednesday night they left super late. Thursday
Mhm.
morning got there, the trailer was gone,
Mm.
everything was gone. So Friday, somebody called, hey, left a voicemail. We saw your trailer and such, but they called private. No number, no nothing.
What?
Yeah. And then later on that day, we got another call. Hey, I see your trailer. These junkies was like ripping it apart. I gave them
What?
$500 so they don't take everything. So you need to come and get the trailer. So
Oh
my
my
husband was like,
gosh.
"What's the address?" So we called the cops, gave them the address. They made it there before they made it there, and then they was like, "Well, since it's gonna take you guys a while to get there, we're gonna get it towed to the tow yard." When we
Mhm.
got to the tow yard, they took everything. A junkie wouldn't. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It was cold time. They would have took it. It would have been a home for them. They would have, and they
Exactly.
like took my refrigerators, my
Mm.
generators. I have like stuff that sometime if I'm doing outside cooking, they took everything. The only thing that they left in there was my two fryers because it was bolted into
Mhm.
the trailer, and then
Right.
they cleaned up. And after they cleaned up, they pour all the trashes inside the oil of the fryers.
What?
Yeah, so for me, like a junkie wouldn't have done that. They would have
No.
trashed it. Of course, they would have took.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? But they
Mhm.
wouldn't be able. They wouldn't have the equipment to take everything that fast out the trailer.
And you had just lost
My
your
Yeah,
aunt.
we had just buried my aunt a month prior.
Whew. And I want to just say I salute you for keep going, keep being strong. And as I was saying, before that if people were to not be so harsh and to think that people already got something going on, you know what I'm saying? People don't think to take things in consideration when it comes to how you get up in the morning to prepare to have such a business
A
and it to
business,
be
and
successful.
again, like I said, the business is me, my mom, my kids, one of my, and that's what pays our bills. That's what pays my daughter tuition.
Right,
That's what pays my, that's what take care of everything. So
right.
imagine you walk in and you feel like your whole livelihood was taken away from you,
It
and
actually
then it
was.
was, and then you at the in the midst of that you was grieving, and to the point I don't think I felt it as hard I would have felt it if I didn't just lost somebody so I loved so much. So it's now I'm like, oh shit, this really did happen. Like
I didn't see as me, being an outside and our friendship is kind of new to you and to me, and I know a lot of times people want to be left alone, like you don't know when to call, when not to call,
I
and
always want to be left alone because the thing is, I don't want to be nobody
yeah,
problem. And again, it's like it's already been playing in my head like 100 times, and then by me talking to you, that's me repeating it again and again
right,
and again.
right,
And like I like for me, and that's the reason. Like people come to me with their problem. I'm not gonna say I always have a solution, but 9 out of 10, I will have a solution. For
mhm,
me, in my case, that's not always the case,
mhm,
and a lot of time too. If you're not careful, it's gonna create a bitterness.
yeah,
So I prefer to not vent. I prefer to not like talk to
just
people
kind
about
of
it
just
because a
like
lot of yeah
put
because
everything
put
on,
everything on
yeah,
someone else because a lot of time for me that may not be accurate for everyone. When somebody tell you a problem, it's because they want a solution. You get what I'm saying?
yes,
People don't just a lot
yes,
of time you don't tell people problem because I want to tell you my problem. I
right.
want a solution, and sometimes people really don't have the ability to give you the solution you need at the time. But for the fact that I'm in the position that's in need, now I'm feeling some kind of way. So for me to not feel some kind of way, I rather like deal with it myself until I figure out my own solution.
So the quickest way as being like a friend, just like, hey, I don't want to be overbearing, but I can respect your boundaries.
Girl,
So
send
do
me
I
some
just say,
food.
okay,
Send me, what's your
comfort food,
address?
okay,
Like,
food,
send me a
okay,
bottle of
noted,
wine. Like
noted,
send me a bottle. I'm very like low maintenance. Send me a bottle of wine or
okay,
whatever. Come to the restaurant, give me a hug and walk away. But
okay,
as far as you think I'm gonna answer the phone, I'm gonna do all of that. No. Losing my aunt was one of the greatest pain I ever experienced. Like
because
and
it taught you how to let go, but you don't. It's necessary, not a goodbye.
it was like for me and my sister always tell me it's like that grief showed you how much you really loved her, and
Yes,
it's like I still cry.
it's okay.
I still cry. I still think about her, and I'm in this funk, and I think I'm in this funk because normally, like when I'm in a funk, I'll buy me a ticket, I'll go to her house, and then we in a like I could tell her let's go out to eat. She's like,
Yeah,
no, you're not spending money. I'm gonna she get up, she cooking. This is a 85-year-old woman we talking
right.
about. She'll make sure get up. Go take a shower. Like, damn, lady, it's not even 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah.
Go brush your teeth. She's
Yeah.
not gonna let me lay in the bed. We're gonna go in the living room. She's
Mhm.
gonna cook. She's gonna watch Jerry Springer, and I cannot be on the phone because
You
she,
know.
so she did that for me.
Okay.
So now I don't have that, and I don't have no one that could give me that. And I don't want nobody to try. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I don't want nobody to try because I don't think anyone could replace that. So now I'm trying.
Right.
Okay, this is my reality now. How do I navigate that? How do I be
Right.
that person she was for me to me?
Absolutely.
So that's
Absolutely.
where we at.
So, but I just want to just like add to what we're saying is that I saw the pictures, I saw the videos. I was like, oh, she was so nice, she was so beautiful, and I was
Who
just
my
like,
aunt? Girl,
yeah,
that lady was mean.
she was mean. But listen, I just
But
want to just leave this episode with saying, family, family is togetherness. Family, whether they're close, far, in heaven, spiritually, we're all still connected to that family member,
yeah,
especially when you're loved ones. So I just want to say thank you, Natasha, for
no
sharing
problem.
with us today at the Grand Talk Podcast. And I just want to say, listen, I'm one of those friends like, hey, I was sending you a quick text. Hey, if you need anything, let me know. You know what I'm saying? That's my way. But now that I know, so how to like comfort my friends, I know what to do now. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And Grande Bulls, listen, look, they want me to go back to call y'all Grande Bulls because I feel like we was kind of like boo-hooing, crying. But no, please, 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 my Grande Butterflies. Today was a very phenomenal day with our special guest, Natasha. Please hit her up if you're in Charlotte. Hit her up. Let them know where they can find you on social media and what you got going on.
Okay, on social media, you could find me under Lassen_Haitian Restaurant, and the address is 5630 North Graham Street. And also now, since we hitting summer, we doing a hibachi, and if you Haitians, we doing frita set up at your house. We bring the whole shebang to you where you don't have to lift a finger. But if you don't want that, you could just come by the restaurant and grab some food.
Oh yes, okay, hibachi, like Haitian and hibachi.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We, okay, y'all.
We're gonna have
I'm
to do a
trying to
part
unbig
two.
my
You
back.
go.
This is gonna be a continue. So again, she just gave you guys her social media handles. Please follow her. Please go and support. Y'all know where to find me right here at the Grand Talk Podcast. Y'all, I love y'all. Everyone, just give us grace right now because I feel like we could go longer, but we have to cut it short. But Grande Butterflies, listen, I am your host, Alexis Janae, and please, 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 stay tuned for what's to come next for the Grand Talk Podcast. And I want to say, continue to love on yourself. That's always gonna be my number one closing. Continue to love yourself. Forget all the haters. Forget who don't support you. Support who supports you, right? Love yourself. Love you guys. Mwah.